Hey buddies, I hope you all are doing well. In today's I'm gonna be showing you guys some of the Ibis Paint brushes that I found on Pinterest. I tested these brushes and they're really good. Disclaimer: before you download these brushes, keep in mind that they're not claimed by me. I did not create them and the credit goes to the owners of these brushes. You can go to my Pinterest account and check out these brushes. I have them in a board. Download them or just screenshot them from here and import them in your Ibis Paint app. You can also check out the brushes that I personally like and use in some of my other videos, though I'll be using the brushes I'm gonna talk about in this video a lot too. Now let's get into the video. First I'm gonna talk about all the brushes related to sketching or line art. The first brush is this one. It's called Why Is Your Door Not Locked? This brush goes so smoothly and it's really good if your art style is rough sketches. The opacity of this brush is a little low, but it will go darker if you keep scribbling. You can make your sketches with this and go with your line art after. The next one is this called Tissue. This one is also good for rough sketches. This next one is called Lady Without a Brush. I love everything about it, but it took me a minute to understand this brush because you can't make a straight smooth line with this. You have to go slowly. But to make thin lines suddenly go whoosh while making a slow line. I know it sounds confusing, but you'll get used to it. This next brush is something written in Japanese. I'll just leave it on the screen and look at the texture of this brush. It's really good for sketching. The next brush is simply called Hair, but you can use it for line art too. It's similar to my brush which is called Hair too, but they're from different creators, I guess. This next brush can be used for a soft line art, which I usually don't do because it's time consuming and I'm lazy, but some of you guys are really creative and like to waste your time, so go ahead and give this brush a try too. The last brush is this brush called Sketch. This is the brush that I use for my sketches. It's really good with any opacity and perfect for rough sketches too. Make sure to give it a try. Now I'm going to talk about all the coloring brushes, and I personally like the brushes that actually blend colors. I've used many brushes and most of them didn't even blend properly, so here I am with some of the masterpieces that actually work. The first one is this one called Watercolor. This brush blends like magic, but it has a downside too, that it lags so much, so I'll not recommend it if you get irritated by lagging. And to get better experience you can change the background to canvas, cloth, fabric. It looks good on anything. The next one is called Heartbroken brush, and this one is really good too. I was shocked by the way it blended so smoothly. This one is called Painting brush and it's really good for soft coloring. This next brush is called Paint brush and it's really satisfying. Just look at the blending. I don't know if I should say the name of this brush, but this one blends so good too. This is gonna be one of my favorites. The next one is also called Watercolor, and the texture of this brush is really weird. I guess it's supposed to be like watercolor. Who needs real watercolor when you have these brushes? Now comes my personal favorite that I use a lot, and I have mentioned it multiple times in my other videos too. It blends so perfectly and has this beautiful texture. I'm totally in love with it. And it looks good with different backgrounds too. So this is it for today's video. I hope it helped some of my fellow artists. I'll come back with more brushes next time, and I hope you like these brushes. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.